Do you ever wonder how to keep on the beat of the music when you're dancing? In this video, I want to go over 4 tips on how you can hear the beat and stay on the beat when you're dancing. Hello, welcome to this channel. If we're meeting for the first time, I'm Lynn Hayden with Dancing for Him Ministries, and this is Worship Dance Tips and Techniques, where we go over all kinds of topics related to praise and worship dancing. But my goal is to help you, the worship dancer, to grow in your call to dance before the Lord. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you'll be aware of, what's coming out next. So let's get right to it. Tip number 1. You can always clap to the music, tap your thighs, tap your feet, trying to, practice clapping to the music as it's playing. And if you clap off the beat, it'll feel strange. It'll not feel right. So practicing clapping to the music, practicing the dance, as the music is playing over and over again, as you practice the steps over and over again, that'll help. But I'm going to play some music and maybe you can clap with me. There's a little introduction, and you can count with it. 6, 5, 6. Here's the ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So just practicing counting as you're clapping, as you're listening to the music, will help you get used to doing that. And a little later we'll go over different ways that you can count, the beat or count the music. Right. Point number 2 is you can feel it. As you're practicing the dance, a lot of times, some music is even difficult to count. Very, worshipful music that's kind of slow, or maybe the violins are just kind of playing, slowly, and so you really have to listen sometimes to some music. In fact, I'm going to play a little bit of music that's actually a little hard to hear the beat. And I know that as worship dancers, when we do more worshipful dancing, that's very fluid, sometimes it's hard to hear the beat. So I'm going to play some music for you and let's see if we can find that beat and count it. And then it's a matter of just practicing it, but you want to be able to feel the music. So in this song that I found, it's very orchestral. It's, violins and cellos and things like that. And, and it's very fluid, and it's kind of hard to hear, but let's hear if we can hear the beat. I actually kind of envisioned a conductor. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. So I kind of saw a conductor, if you will. I tried 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but I kept getting it wrong. It didn't quite work until I just kept listening to it and kept feeling it. I kept trying to feel the music, and I would see a conductor. You'll see when I go ahead and play this music. So if you can hear that music in the background, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Bump, 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 bump. But it's hard to find that. Well, technically we would count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 and 8, right? So that one's a little hard to count, right? But it's one of those that you just kind of have to feel the music, and practice if you have to, do like this to kind of get the beat and then flow with your moves after that. That would be a way to, learn to hear it. Tip number 3 is hearing the downbeat. So the downbeat is typically count 1. Sometimes it's, a syncopated beat where it might be 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but typically, simplistically, the downbeat is usually on count 1. And it's at the beginning of a phrase or the beginning of the 8 counts. And it's important to have or hear the downbeat as an accent, particularly in choreography when maybe they want you to trade places. Okay, we're going to trade places on count 1, 2, 3, 4, or like in ballet, for example, when you're at the bar and you're doing tendus and dégagés. If you want to know more about ballet, I have three ballet videos. I'll put the links in the description box below. But for example, when you're doing tendus or dégagés in ballet, sometimes the accent is and in, and in, and in, and sometimes it's 1 and 2, or out and out and out. So it's important to kind of hear the downbeat or hear when a phrase starts to help you in your dancing and the choreography. So how do you hear that downbeat? Well, practice for one. So just practicing, maybe clapping and just hearing that downbeat. So let's go ahead and listen to some music, and let me see if I can point out the downbeat or the count 1 as we listen to this more upbeat music. 4, 5, 6, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you see, just hearing that downbeat, practicing hearing it, and maybe clapping with it will help you find that downbeat. Or tip number 4 is how to hear the phrasing of music. Usually in 4/4 time, there are 4 counts of 8. So if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that's 1 count of 8. And then there's 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So those 4 counts of 8 make a phrase. Of course, there's different time signatures, different kinds of, tempos and beats to music and whatnot, but that's a basic phrase. So we're going to listen to some music, and we're going to clap out the basic counts first. We're going to hit on the downbeat, which we already talked about, and I want you to hear a phrase of 4 counts of 8. Then, as the music continues, I'm going to clap a little faster, like on the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then maybe 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, or 1 E and E, 2 E and E, 3 E and E, 4 E and E. Now I'm not going to go into music theory and about quarter notes and 16th notes and things like that. This is specifically to help you hear the beat and hear phrasing for your dancing, because if, let's say you're working on a dance and you want a group of dancers to come through here at a certain part in the song, or go from point A to point B at a certain point in the song, oftentimes that's done during, a phrase or at the beginning of a new phrase. You can usually hear it when it goes from the verse of a song to a chorus. Oftentimes, a verse, the end of the phrase in the verse of the song sometimes will build up a little bit, and you can kind of hear that build up before the chorus. And in dance, we usually choreograph, like a phrase of music. Songs typically, like, a verse in a song may have several phrases, and then the chorus will have several phrases. And it's a way to kind of work on your choreography, as you pray about the music and you pray about the dance, you want to be able to hear the phrasing, the 4 counts of 8. So it really helps you with your dance if you can hear phrasing. Okay, so we're going to play this song. It's called Crossed Over. It's from my Having Done All CD, and I'll put a link in the description box below. But anyway, let's go ahead and listen to this music and clap along with me so you can hear the phrase. Okay, this is the introduction. 5, 6, ready, and a 1, 2. 5, 6, 7, 8, a 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, a 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, a 4, 2, 4, 5, 6. Now let's do it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and I can't clap that fast, but you get the idea. One final thought, that if you sometimes in your dancing add a word of movement instead of the count, like for example, arm up, 2, 3, 4, arm down, 6, 7, 8. So I deleted the word 1, if you will, and put arm up for count 1 instead of saying 1. I just put arm up, 2, 3, 4, arm down, 6, 7, 8, arm up, 2, 3, 4, arm down, 6, 7, 8. So sometimes adding a word to the downbeat or to the beginning of a phrase, and as you're practicing your movements, helps you not only stay on beat and hear the phrase, but it also helps you remember the choreography. And I just did a choreography video, and I'll put probably wherever it is, a card that will lead to the choreography video. I go over like 4 tips about how to remember your choreography. And so that kind of goes hand in hand with that. But anyway, that helps sometimes to help you stay on beat, is to add a word with your movement as you're counting. So anyway, I hope these helped you some. Question of the day. What do you want to learn more about that relates to choreography, to, worship dancing? Please leave a comment in the description box below. Tell me what you'd like to learn, and helps me to know, what new videos to do for you to help you in your worship dancing. So I'll see you in the next video. God bless.